Los Viegas here in Abu Dhabi with Oscar De La Hoya. It's crazy. One Mexican from LA, one Mexican from Montebello here in Abu Dhabi. I know, right? How you feeling ahead of this fight? A fight that a lot of fans are interested in. A lot of people that I've talked to say could be a very competitive fight between Zurdo and Bivol.
Yeah, no, it should be. I mean, styles make fights. Obviously, we all know that. Bivol's an excellent fighter, excellent boxer. I love his footwork, in and out, throwing combinations, 2-3 punches. But that's obviously going to work fine and dandy against fighters who are smaller than him or fighters who just throw one punch at a time. We're talking about Zurdo Ramirez here, who is bigger, who is stronger, who is a southpaw, who throws punches and bunches. It's a different style, a different look for Bivol. I think that's what makes it interesting. I think that's what people are going to be watching out for. Look, when I say Ramirez is no Canelo Alvarez, and what I mean by that is that Ramirez is a guy who has taken the tough road, the long road, 2 eliminators, 2 knockouts. He wants this title opportunity, and he's going to seize the moment on Saturday night.
What have you told Zurdo about approaching this fight against Bivol?
Be yourself. That's it. Be yourself. This is just another fight. That's the way you have to treat it. Do not put any pressure on you. It's just another fight. He's human. He's a world champion. Yes, he has the title, but he's human. You've faced guys 44 times. This is no different. Go out there, fight with your heart, fight smart. You're in condition. Just go out there and do your job. That's it.
If he is the winner on Saturday, Zurdo, how do you guys want to position him? Obviously, there's the Undisputed with Artur Beterbiev that's out there. There's other fights, but I think a lot of fans would want to see him face Canelo Alvarez.
Sure. I mean, everybody would love to see him face Canelo Alvarez, except Canelo Alvarez.
Are you serious about that stuff? He's serious about doesn't want to fight the Mexicans because he feels like he's representing Mexico and it kind of like stepping on another Mexican.
It's to me it's a cop out. I mean, imagine a Sabache Martinez not giving Julio Cesar Chavez a world title shot because he doesn't want to fight Mexicans. You know, So, Canelo fought Chavez, for instance. And look, let's give the fight fans the best fights that they want to see. Let's give the fight fans what they deserve. Ramirez winning Saturday night will be huge for Mexico, will be huge for his fans, will be huge for his career. And then we'll see from there. But we're willing, as Golden Boy, we're willing to work with anybody. We're willing to work with anybody just to make these fights happen.
Oscar, the Twitter a few hours ago. Just want to just get your thoughts, man. What's in your heart? What's in your mind about everything that happened with Crawford and the stuff that you said on Twitter?
It's about time that the fight fans know what's going on, the truth, the reality. Crawford, kudos to him, him coming out and exposing the truth. That's what we're dealing with. And I'm fed up with it. And it's about time that the fight fans know what's happening, why these big fights are not taking place. Look, Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, we did our part, the boxing part. Everything is agreed upon. Executives, TV, they all have to just come to terms. I feel very optimistic that this fight can take place, but you never know.
So in terms of the network stuff, like I guess, how can they work that out? Or is it something that like it's either Showtime is like, no, it has to be on Showtime? Like what happens there?
It's simple economics. It's hermano. Okay, vamos a. Okay. It's simple economics. It's wanting to make the fight happen. That's the bottom line. I mean, come on. These are the biggest fights that can take place, and we cannot make them. It's bullshit.
Could Steven, because I spoke to Steven last week, and he said it's really the promoters that have to come together and ask them, why can't you just come in and say, these guys want the fights, let's just do it co-op, and we both promote the hell out of the fight, and it's an even bigger fight.
It's more complicated.
But does he have the power to do that, to be able to make the fight?
Well, it's more complicated than that when you don't have the say. Well, look, I'm gonna go live very soon and I'm going to expose the truth. If these fights are not going to get made, I'm going to expose the truth because I'm fed up, I'm tired. I want to see these fights happen. Kudos to Terence Crawford for coming out and speaking the truth. So you'll just have to wait and see. I don't know if it's going to be Twitter or Instagram, but we're going to make it happen.
What'd you make of the comment that Errol threw at you on Twitter? I know you had tweets. He just said he mentioned Rashidi Ellis, and you guys didn't do him well, didn't promote him well, and that's why he left. And how could you talk about promoting Leo and Deontay and him and Danny when he mentioned Rashidi, that you guys didn't really promote him the right way?
Oh, we promoted him excellently. Absolutely, he's a tremendous, tremendous talent. He's the one that kept turning fights down and down and down and down, and now he goes with a different promoter or a different advisor and is not fighting anymore, and he's done. What has he done? We were promoting him, trying to position him to get to that world title. He just was turning fights down. That's the bottom line. Look, I'm a fighter first. I want to see fights. I'm a fan of boxing, and then I'm a promoter. And even then I still work with everybody. I love fighters. This is my livelihood. This is, well, not my livelihood, but this is what I love doing. Working for the fighters, making sure that the fighters get these opportunities the way I had my opportunity.
Ultimately, in your opinion, do you feel that it's Al that's stopping these fights, and it's a mentality where we have to have the whole pot, everything has to be us, and we can't share anything?
You said it.
You've worked with him too, so is that what it is?
You said it.
Sure. No, absolutely. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate it. First of all, Saleh Mohammed, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate the opportunity for having us. Abu Dhabi, Matchroom Boxing, DAZN, obviously. We appreciate your support and your platform, which is bringing the global sport, the sport that we all love, two gladiators, the best at 175, live from Abu Dhabi. Doesn't get any better than this. Zurdo Ramirez took the hard road, the long road. He had to fight two eliminators to get to this position. Zurdo Ramirez is a fighter who is undefeated, a fighter who is hungry, a fighter who is going to show you exactly what Mexican boxing is all about here in Abu Dhabi, and that's why everyone should be excited against a fighter in Bivol who is excellent. I love Bivol. His style is bar none one of the best in the business. I believe that Bivol, coming off a tremendous win against Canelo, another Mexican superstar, in his last fight, was a tremendous showing. He did a great job, but I do have to say that Zurdo Ramirez is no Canelo. Zurdo Ramirez is a fighter who throws punches and bunches, a fighter who is big and strong and heavy and southpaw, and who is going to be very active. So this is the opportunity of a lifetime for Zurdo Ramirez. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for boxing to be on the big stage and show the world what Abu Dhabi is, show the world what big-time boxing is. And Eddie, yes, to show the world that promoters can come together and stage the big fights. I was pretty active last night on social media, but for a reason, because we need these big fights to happen. And so I'm very proud of Bivol. I'm very proud of Zurdo Ramirez for fighting each other, for showing the world and the fans across the globe that fighters are not afraid of each other. Fighters are willing to fight the very best. It's the people behind the scenes that must stand up and show up and make sure that we give the fans the best fights possible. So thank you DAZN again, thank you Abu Dhabi, and thank you Eddie Hearn. Appreciate it.